experience, last night's experience, was the work of Ma Kali. She has a double role all the time. She is at two extremes. On one side, she is full of joy, giver of joy. She is very happy when she sees her disciple are joyous. Joy is her own quality, is her energy. And yesterday, you must have been amazed to see so many middle-aged ladies of France smiling and laughing. I had never seen them smiling. It's very surprising how they were so joyous and so very happy. And this is the energy of Ma Kali that gives you all that joy after realization and the joy you enjoy among yourselves. All these are the qualities of Ma Kali. And when they will read out the names of Ma Kali, you will know how her powers manifest in Sahaja Yoga and how it has helped you all to get drenched into the ocean of joy. To begin with, I have to tell you one thing, that Mahakali Puja, when you are doing, you have to feel the joy within yourself and joy from other Sajogis. If you cannot feel that, that means you are not at ground. And there's some problem. Maybe with your parents, maybe with your children, maybe with family, with your country, whatever it is, but there's some sort of a conditioning which is working out that doesn't give you that joy. And to grow into Sahaja Yoga is very important, which I think people don't understand, even if they live in ashrams. They don't understand one thing, that you have to be collective. If you are not collective, then you are thrown out gradually. Now this Mahakali power has got 7 strings, you can say this. And these strings are there to throw you out into collective subconscious ideas. Like as in the sitar you have seen for the resonance, there are other strings also. So once you start getting out of the collectivity, it is the Mahakali herself picks you out and starts throwing you out slowly to the subconscious area, and where you just disappear. And all kinds of problems start then. I have seen this happening in every country, that people do not attend the collective meditation. For France, I have the same report. And I think the people who do not grow will be thrown out. Sahaja Yoga, as you know, has a double action, as the Mahakali has a double action. She's extremely loving, full of joy, full of happiness, and she's the one who's extremely cruel, wrathful. She's the one who's the slayer of all the demons and the evil and those people who try to do evil. So once you're thrown out into the left side, then you can imagine, you can develop any kind of left side diseases to begin with. Muladhara diseases are the worst. You develop diseases like amyelitis, you must have heard of the disabilities caused by the muscles getting degenerated. All muscular degeneration comes from this problem. So at any cost, that must be avoided. But if you are not in the collective, if you do not understand the collective, and if you are out of the collective, you will be surprised that negative forces will join together and they'll pull you out. So this is one of the things that happens. So be very careful that don't avoid the collective programs. The another problem about Mahakali is that she's the one who gives you a feeling for your wife, for your husband. She is the one. Now there also, same problem. If both of them are alright, she is alright. But if she finds any one of them going astray, she'll throw that person out and out and out. And the another person, if that person is attached with that person also, will be thrown out. So this business of falling in love, this nonsense that we have here, that you fall in love, but the word is alright because you fall really in love. It's a real falling happens. So what happens when you start falling in love? There's a kind of a maya of this Mahakali. And you just get infatuated, your ego get pampered or something like that, or you have certain ideas of a wife or something, and then you think, oh, that's the one for me. So in these cases, only two things can happen. Either you can be lost completely because of your wife or your husband whom you adore and admire, and you finished. I mean, your personality is finished. Or else, the another thing which is even more serious is that you will completely break forever and hate each other. That's why they say that there's a love and hate relationship. How can love be hate? But it becomes because of this quality of the goddess, that she is on one side is extremely loving, extremely kind, extremely soft. She goes up to a point. And then she throws you on the other side. And that is why in these countries where people always fall in love, you see, they don't marry otherwise, unless and until they have fallen in love. In that, they cross all the maryadas also. In falling in love, they will marry somebody who's already married, or they will carry on with somebody who is not yet divorced, or also they will have marriages among themselves in the same household or something. All kinds of things they do. An old woman marries a young man, or a young old man marries a young girl, like that, all nonsensical things without any maryadas. And they do not stick together. They have no maryadas. So marriage is to create a maryada. Maryada of your behavior. And this is the maryada which if you do not keep, then this Mahakali gets into it. So first of all, one has to be collective. The ones who are not collective, who do not attend every time a collective program, you might give suggestions that you would like to come for such a such thing. For example, I have already explained that you shouldn't talk. There are so many tapes which they have never heard. Just let them listen to my tape, then go into meditation, and then do the arti and finish it off. Because these tapes are to be heard again and again. Now those who get any questions out of those tapes can next time discuss it before starting the tapes. That's a very good thing, and that works. In India, nobody speaks. They just put my tapes on or show my video. After that, they just have meditation and arti. Finished. After that, nobody talks. But before starting it, they do it is to talk to each other and discuss the problems or discuss anything that they felt about the previous program. Because you have not come here to marry someone or to fall in love into something. You have not come here to get after some woman because she's your wife or some man because he's your husband. You have had so many husbands and wives in previous lives. But you have come here for your ascent. And if you have come for your ascent, you have to keep a watch. How is your mind working? Supposing I say that you should have good married life. Of course I do say you should have good married life. But not at the cost of losing your ascent. It has happened with people. We have lost a complete, I should say, a city like that. Such stupidity comes up over people. So be careful not to get lost. You have not come here to have only a happy married life, but happy married life is just one step. But if that step is taking you away from the real path of your ascent, it's better to be careful. Also, we must understand the innocence means purity. Purity of thought. As I explained yesterday, I hope you understood the meaning of purity. Purity is to be understood much more by Europeans. Very important. Especially French. Because the whole society is suffering. Society can only be pure if the family life is pure. Not only that, but your relations with each other are pure. Like I was told that somebody fell in love in Ganpati Pune. I mean, you go for a pilgrimage. It's like you have to go to buy a sari and you end up with a shaving stick. Is that stupid? You are coming to Ganpati Pune for what? You are coming there for your ascent. It's a pilgrimage. But in the pilgrimage, I've never heard anybody falls in love with each other and goes to marriage. So this bhoot of falling in love must be given up in Sahaja. That is one of the biggest loads. And now one must understand that purity means chastity. Innocence means chastity. Not only physical, also mental chastity. You have to have mental chastity. If you don't have mental chastity, you cannot ascend. Actually, in the West, it is more mental than physical. It's a fact. And that's why their brains have gone off. And they are becoming just like, I think, potatoes now, I think. Because if you go on mentally imagining and playing around and working it out this way, it's going to be absolutely dangerous because it's all imagination. It has nothing to do with reality. The more you get into this kind of a nonsense, the more you become away from reality.